Jet prep. We gotta give an off-season grade for the Jets. I mean, we all know how these things go. Off seasons are up and down. One person's off season started as soon as he walked out and took a snap. But hey, he's back now, and we gonna see. So Joe, what grade you give these Jets, man?
Dang, Tom, we're gonna take a shot at the Jets before we get going.
What?
Huh? That was an Aaron Rodgers shot, right? Some guy all season started by week 3. Sorry, week 1 on the third snap.
We
Dang,
won.
doing it again.
Rock paper scissors. Ow!
All
Gotta
right,
get
my
the Jets
off
fans
season.
upset so they can join.
See, look, the Jets off season is weird because it's weird because they picked up a lot of people. He's got I want my joint to fall out on y'all. It's got the you need to put the charger on. You feel me? but the Jets all season is weird because they picked up a bunch of guys. Well, first let me talk about them first. My bad. I'm tripping on this. I'm sorry, y'all. All right, there we go. This name be cutting off any second on me, y'all. I had to charge this thing up. Anyways, I like what they did.
Offensive line, but go ahead.
Speaking of offensive line, I like what they did with the offensive line. They drafted Pashunu out of Penn State in a first round pick. They also traded for Morgan Moses from Baltimore. I'm familiar with Morgan Moses for sure. They got your boy Tyron Smith. They got him. They got John Simpson also from the Ravens. I like what they did the receiving core. They already got Garrett Wilson. They brought in Mike Williams, and they got Malachi Corley out of Western Kentucky. Aaron Rodgers is like high on him, and they re-signed Greg the Leg. You're gonna need that kicker. Aaron Rodgers to get you in the vicinity, get them 3 points, right? And lastly, what I want to talk about is the backup quarterback situation. Like you said, Aaron Rodgers got hurt on the third snap. They backup quarterback is Tyrod Taylor. I feel like Tyrod Taylor can step in and get this team to become a playoff team with that defense. And they drafted my boy Jordan Travis. I feel my man Jordan Travis. You know what I mean? But saying all that, guys like Tyron Smith, Mike Williams, are you gonna be there? Like that's what I'm worried about. Injuries with this team. And then the defense, yes, I didn't mention Hassan Reddick, but they lost Huff. I mean, it's like I feel like with the defense, it was kind of like a addition because you just minus something. Like I feel like they're going to be this. I don't think they grown on the defense side of the ball, or also don't think they got worse. I feel like they're going to be exactly the same. But I do think the offense got better. So because of that, I'm going to give it a B-.
Daily dollars.
Joe, we are in agreement on the letter grade because I was going to say B- too.
Okay.
Mainly for all the reasons that you named. They definitely addressed the receiving core. Although Mike Williams has an injury history, he tore his ACL in week 3 last year, so that's something that definitely has to be. That's a question for him. And then he turns 30 in October, so he's not getting any younger. Tyron Smith missed 37 games over the last 4 seasons, so that's a lot of time to have been missed. So there's some injury questions there. Also, someone in the defense that they signed has some injury questions as well. Javon Kinlaw came over from San Francisco 49ers, and he was a first-round pick. Failed mission from the 49ers drafting him. Battled a lot of injuries as a backup. He played every game last year. He had 25 tackles, 3.5 sacks, and 12 pressures. So that's nice, I guess. But you got a question there. When they signed John Simpson is another guy that helps out on the offensive line. We know this offensive line needed a lot of help because of what happened last year to Aaron Rodgers. So they, got John Simpson along with Tyron Smith. They also signed a cornerback in Isaiah Oliver, who was also from San Francisco, was not that good. Pretty much came off the bench, and he got cooked whenever he got in the game. So, I mean, at least you got some depth piece there. So yeah, I give it a B- mainly because of the what the potential of these guys can do. If Tyron Smith is healthy, it could be great for Aaron Rodgers, along with having John Simpson as a guard on the other side, and having Mike Williams on the other side of Garrett Wilson and Malachi Corley. That's a really good receiving core, so that it can help out a whole lot, along with Breece Hall being healthy and Aaron Rodgers coming back healthy. That's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest plus is having Aaron Rodgers come back healthy. He's in training camp now. He's he's looking like he's as healthy as he can be at his age right now. So B minus for me. I definitely think they can be good if everybody stays healthy.
Before you go, Tom, I want to answer Jerry's question. Yes, we are covering all 32 teams. All season prediction will be presented on R12. All 32 teams.
All right. So I mean, glad Jerry said that because I had to go off camera for a second. What was the grade you said, Joe?
B minus.
You agreed?
Yes.
Let me see something. I gotta put some glasses on. What are y'all looking at? A B minus. And Rodgers played 3 snaps. Tyron Smith only gonna give you 6 to 7 games. They had to put in his contract that if he play 8, he can get $1 million more. Hassan Reddick is still on Instagram. Hold on, I forgot. Is it Coach Robert or is it Robert? I don't know because Aaron Rodgers called him by his first name, like they counterparts. I mean, where's the hierarchy there? Garrett Wilson, we can see something there. Sauce, he's gonna be good, but a B minus for a team that you like. I don't know if they're gonna be healthy or not. You name like 19 players that's on a if. And last time I remember, somebody told me if was a fifth, you can finish it yourself. I'm gonna go with I say C minus because it's too many questions. I see what they did. They tried to plug and play a lot of people there because again, getting Tyron Smith, who is one of the great left tackles in the league, it's Trent, then it's Tyron. At the end of the day, I always wanted to, because a Cowboy fan, I wanted to say it was Tyron, but I seen how Trent be manhandling people, so you can't disrespect Big Trent. I'm sorry. He went to both teams. He played for both teams I don't like, but at the end of the day, I gotta respect it. You know what I mean? And he's always there. I mean, outside of the holdout, but he's always there. I mean, he has a little injuries, but he ain't guaranteed to miss 6 to 8 games. Like,
that's facts. That's facts.
You know what I mean? Like, the only thing I seen Tyron Smith doing this all season is have Dak Prescott do the Dougie at his wedding. So again, what's gonna happen with this offensive line? Yes, Breece Hall is there. They did acquire a lot of pieces that bolster that offensive line, but again, I'm gonna have to go with a C minus until they can prove it. Because they did most of this last season. It looked like they on repeat. Are we getting dollars? We getting dollars, man. It makes sense. Shout out to RBO Vaughn with the $5 super chat.
I can't wait till we have a Steelers session, Joe. If I'm a request to be the host for that. I'm gonna request to be the host for that because I know he's not the only Steelers fan. We got Ace, who's a Steelers fan as well, and your cousin, who's also a Steelers fan. So if we could have all three on for a Steelers segment, I would love to be the host for that. But I'll go ahead and I'll talk about the $5 super chat. So thank you, Vaughn. We appreciate the donation. Hashtag Steelers Nation. If A-Rod can't stay healthy, nobody worry about them boys. And Dave, you're right. Tomlin not top 5, he top 3. And what world was he top 3 in the last 5 years? That's what I want to know.
Sound like he got to see mine.
Hey, look, I do want to say shout out to Vaughn. The drought is over. Shout out to Vaughn.
Man, that's what I said. When you said hold up, I'm like, did I say something? Woo.
Well, like the King's 16-year drought.
Hey, we got a super chat and they talking about the Steelers top 3, and we gonna see, man.
Hey, you can say whatever, Jamal. We appreciate it.
It's something about the Steelers and this whole Dave. We got the pass rushers with the defensive players. Now we talking coaches, but look, I'm going to see minus, fellas. Like, there's too many. There are a few holes that they still need to plug. Like, they need to find another pass rusher if Hassan don't get signed or they don't figure out what's going on there. They a little bit of help at safety, tight end, and the interior line. We already know who they're. My man, he remind me of my son. They Quentin Williams. But at the end of the day, I'm going to see minus because they got too much to prove. I would go B minus with y'all, but it's too many questions for me.
You gotta. I'm gonna respond to you, but I want you to read that first.
Hold on. What do you say there? Because you might say something. Actually, hold up. I wish Tomo a happy BA. I did not shun you, man. I did not. I got a lot of work to do. Facebook was next. Trust me. Thank you, Jerry, for telling me. Thank you for telling me happy B-Day.
Facebook, bro.
Yeah, nah.
Oh, man.
Side note, whenever someone sends me a happy birthday post, I try to individually go to each post and tell somebody happy and tell them thank you. So, Jerry, thanks. He said, "Hold up, I'm watching the show and I'm looking at this message." But yeah, nah, I got you.
My man says the Wizards fan. I
And he
thought we
on
had a
Facebook too.
connection.
Really on Facebook.
Hey, you
But-
did. Hey, you
but-
did BWT with a Nationals jersey, bro. We got connection.
He did though. the debut of a guest. I mean, no, Dave was always no. Anyways, your boy Terrence Smith played 13 games last year. That's on check.
It's 1 year.
13 games. Big upgrade from 2 the year before. Also, Morgan Moses. That's Iron Man. He gonna play. Morgan Moses, 17 games last year. John Simpson, new offensive lineman, 17 games last year for Baltimore. 2 starters from Baltimore offensive line is now with the Jets. They drafted an old lineman in the first round. So you take Tyron Smith out. Let's say he get hurt. That's still an upgrade from last year's offensive line. You know? So now Mike Williams, that's a different story, man. I don't know if this Bama must got this. Hold up, man.
This man got money to spend. I appreciate it. Shout out to Devon again. I ain't done. Someone's coach has the top 5, has the top offense and defense and still can't get it done. Well, somebody's supposed to have a top three coach and they can't get into the playoffs consistently. So
hold on, finish the shot. You gotta read it. You gotta read the hashtag.
Oh, I read it. Oh, hashtag top 5 choke artists. Hashtag 20th super chat. Okay. Yeah.
He said I read it and they read it out loud. Nah, I seen what he said.
Yeah, I saw what he said. Hey, look. We know how I feel about Kyle Shanahan, but ain't no denying he a top 5 coach. I can't say the same for Mike Tomlin in the last 5 years. That's all I can say.
Dave, you sure we gotta get you to the incentive panel, man? The energy gonna be different.
Hey, I don't care. I don't care.
Nah, I think Dave might need to do it because he got the questions that need to be answered. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I guess we satisfied with just having a winning season.
We got you, Jerry. We got you, man. Got you. All right, man. Let's get it, Tomo.
Oh man, nah, that's funny. We went from the Jet all season grades. Now we got to talk a little bit about some Jet expectations. You know what I mean? Like, shout out to the Jets. They was helping me out here. So we talked a lot about the offensive line. We talked a lot about the pieces, but we got to talk about the main guy. I was about to say, here we go, but you know, we said wrong team. What are your expectations from Aaron Rodgers this season? And Dave, what's your expectations from Aaron Rodgers this season?
Well, ESPN released their projections for Aaron Rodgers this season, and they said that he'll throw for 3,800 yards, 28 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Those aren't necessarily Aaron Rodgers numbers, but if you look at how the Jets were last year, that would be a success, honestly. But I think his numbers are going to be a little bit better than that. I think Aaron Rodgers will throw for at least 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, and about 5-6 interceptions. You know, he's never really been a high interception guy, so I don't see him throwing 9, but I could definitely see him throwing 5 or 6 interceptions, even 7 maybe. But I don't think he reaches 9. Y'all are doing a lot of super chats. Okay, y'all feeling it today. Member for 12 months. Shout out to Big O. Cowboy Nation, white and blue heart, cowboy emoji. Hey, fellas, it's football season. Let's go. Hey, Tomo, it's Leo season. Everybody, hey, hold on.
He was gonna say
Leo on the show.
He probably know.
He ain't know Leo on the show. My birthday in a couple weeks, my man. 12 days to be exact.
Literally a couple of weeks.
You a member for 12 months, and my birthday in 12 days. Like, come on, man.
They gonna want to do the Cowboys panel too, man. They gonna like, I got a question for all y'all.
And everybody watching for my boy Seabelt and A-Rod CP Combat Player of the Year. Oh, okay.
I like that.
I ain't mad at that. Shout out to Big O. But yeah, I think he'll throw for about 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns, about 5 or 6 interceptions. And for everything else, you'll just wait until we finish talking about the rest of this segment. But that's what I project him to do this season. And I project the Jets to have a better record than they did last year.
Man, Dave, you kind of answered it with your expectations right there. Because my main expectation is just to have him go out there and play. Like, I just expect him to play. And while he's playing, he's going to be the same Aaron Rodgers. Now with the interceptions, he's never been a high interception guy. I can agree with that. That was with the Packers. And we already know the chemistry was there. And he knew that offense like the back of his hand. Yes, the offensive coordinator, or I think the quarterback coach from the Packers that he was cool with is with the Jets.
Yes,
However,
Nathaniel Hackett. He's the offensive coordinator.
There you go. And then there was a clip that came out on Twitter where he looked like he wanted to hack it at Wilson because he ran the wrong route. So again, we got to figure out the chemistry between him and his weapons. Some people say with that clip, though, it was kind of cut off. He said they dapped each other up afterwards. But again, Aaron Rodgers is a perfectionist. So to say 5, I'm going to give him maybe 9 interceptions. I do like the yardage. I think you said somewhere around 3,500. Give or take maybe 38 if he stays healthy. Because again, Vaughn said something in the comments that I think we all can agree with. If this Jets team is healthy, they are a scary team. Because once Rodgers get to clicking and he finding things, it can get ugly for you. So I'm gonna say about 38, 39. He could probably give you about 20 to 30-ish touchdowns. And I'm gonna say that for my bold prediction, but I can see him bouncing back and being a veteran Aaron Rodgers, not young Aaron Rodgers or MVP-esque, but in that realm. Phil?
Dave, what was the stats for Dave?
The projection?
Yeah.
It was 38. So I'm gonna say the exact numbers: 38, 34 as in yards, 28 touchdowns and 9 interceptions.
Did they have a percentage?
That sound like me.
Nah, I didn't see any completion percentage.
Here's my projection for Aaron Rodgers: 3,800 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, 68% completion percentage.
That's my projection. We here today, Joe.
You said 30 yards, okay. So yeah, man, I think he would do that. See, like you said, Aaron Rodgers is not a high turnover guy. And Tomo made a good point. He did say that was with the Packers, the chemistry. But that last year with the Packers, the chemistry wasn't there. He had a lot of young guys, and he only threw for 12. And that's still not a lot. I mean, I'm not even going there. Wait, that's not a lot, 12.
It's like leading the league for some people, right?
It's not a lot, but to his standards, it is. So I can see him throwing 4 less, 8 interceptions. I can see them being more of a run, or like I'm not gonna say run first, but they're gonna run the ball a lot. I feel like, and Aaron Rodgers is going to be, what's what I'm looking for. It's not gonna be a lot of like flashy 35-yard, 40-yard pass. It's gonna be a lot of like shallow crosses. A lot of short possession type plays. You know what I mean? Like
Peyton Manning with the Broncos.
No, those Tom Brady, or like a Tom Brady.
Yeah, right.
Tom Brady is more like a, playing with the Broncos. Nah, I mean he was crazy when he got there. He broke all the records until he fell off the cliff that last year. He ain't gonna be like that, Tom. He was horrible.
That's what I was talking about.
Payne is worse than Eli at that point. But yeah, so I think he's gonna have 68% completion percentage. But yeah, I expect Aaron Rodgers to be that veteran QB who managed the game well. I think he's not going to be MVP form, but I feel like he will be an MVP candidate because, I feel like he will be a candidate. Let me just say that.
Well, you already know that the name alone, they already got him in the top 10, and he's like in the top 100 players, and he only played literally 3 snaps. So we already know if he's anywhere in the ballpark of the numbers that we're saying, he's definitely getting the MVP. He's in the MVP talk.
Exactly. Because of his name. Exactly.
It's the name.
Yeah, he threw for, so I mean, he definitely can if he does that, because Purdy only threw for 4,000 yards last year, and he had like 30-some touchdowns, and he was in the MVP conversation. So Aaron Rodgers could definitely do it too.
Yeah. I mean, and then we don't got to read Josh Allen stats. If Josh Allen got a vote, Aaron Rodgers getting a vote. So, we just saying. Now, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Where we got to look at the schedule and say who's going to do what. Football does start tonight. I think the Hall of Fame game is right after this episode. So if you tuned in, you get to figure out what the Jets are going to do. But it feels good to just look at a schedule and be like, oh yeah, we can win that, or they can win that. So we got, some people would say we got to check the flight tracker. So how we gonna do this, fellas? Are we gonna go each game and we all pick one, or
Yeah, do each game.
Yes,
let's
sir.
get it. Man, Joe, I just thought about it. We should have had the schedule up.
That was my plan too, but you know, I can work on it. Go ahead, do it.
All right, that's cool. So the first game out the gate, well, I mean, he's already smirking. So the first game out the gate, they are at San Francisco. The Monday night, September 9th. Dave, y'all lose that game?
No.
All right. I wanted to make sure because I picked the Jets to lose too.
No. Kyle Shanahan is good against his disciples as far as the guys that coached about him. He has a winning record against those guys. So I expect that to continue.
Yeah.
That's facts. Jets against 49ers, I got that as an L.
Same. I think
First-
we all agree there.
Yeah, first week of the season. The Aaron Rodgers don't play well against the 49ers either. So, yeah. L.
He's not the only one. Next week, they go down to Nashville. They play the Tennessee Titans. I got them winning that one. They bounce back. They win that one.
Titans,
Yeah.
I got them in W too.
Yep. Same. W.
I think we might end up with the same record, but this is gonna be a good one because coming off that Patriots panel, some people say they win in 10 games. You know, I don't know, but they got the Pats at home. Yeah, I got.
Hold on. Yeah, I got the Jets.
Yeah, I got the Jets too.
Me too. I'm glad we ain't got no cookies on this one.
I know,
All
right?
So this gonna be fun. We gotta do it for Bibby and the Broncos. Another home game. I got
I got the Broncos losing.
Oh, okay. I got the Jets winning that too.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. So they bounced back off of that. L to the 49ers, but these next 3 games, they kind of can find their footing. This is gonna be a tough one because I had to look at it. I have to remember who their quarterback was, but they got Minnesota Sunday night. I picked them to lose this game.
Ooh. Now this Sunday morning.
Oh, Sunday. Oh yeah, AM. My bad. Right.
Mhm.
Fact. Yeah, I got them losing that one.
I got the Broncos losing. So I got the Vikings losing. I got the Jets winning that too.
Yeah, I do too. The Vikings are going to have Sam Darnold or JJ McCarthy as the quarterback.
Yeah, against his defense.
I'm going with the Jets. Sorry.
Yeah. See, I think JJ. See, that's why I was really in a kerfuffle because I was like, I don't know what's going to happen here. I think the Vikings find a way to steal this one now.
And then they do got Aaron Jones. So Aaron Rodgers is going against his former running back. And you're going to have the Sauce Gardner versus Jets matchup. So that's going to be interesting too.
And there's just something about the NFL when teams go on a winning streak. It's like, can they continue it? They got to be a trap game somewhere. And I think this will be a trap game for them. Because next week, they play Buffalo at home again. What in the Troy Vincent? How do you get all your games at home? Back to back like this. This is crazy.
I know. But
they got Buffalo. Now this one, another Monday night. I can't wait to see Eli and Peyton talk about this one. Oh, yep, we got the schedule up for everybody that's watching now. So it's at home. Go ahead, Dave.
Yeah, I got the Jets losing this game.
I got the Jets winning, man. Got the Jets starting off 5-1.
Man, I got them going 5-2 because they're gonna win this one. They're gonna win the one at home.
You mean 4-2?
Oh yeah, my bad. Right.
You know what?
Oh yeah, because they lose. Oh yeah, my bad. You right, 4-2.
Okay, Jerry.
Players mess up sometimes.
How you do it, Jerry?
Cowboys, you know.
Jerry came back firing, man. Sheesh.
I got you. Don't worry about it. Your quarterback got to make it out the preseason. Next game, they go see.
Oh, I wish that one going.
I ain't talking about him being hurt. I'm just talking about he got to look good after that.
We're gonna be great.
I was about to say, Joe, you know he's talking about the Commanders, right?
I know. I'm gonna step in for a second.
Yeah, they out here saying Jaden throwing dots.
Yo, it's a lot of it's 3 primetime games in a row for real.
Yeah, I look see how Joe switched it back. He was like, "Yeah, that's enough of that. That's enough of that. We're gonna go ahead and talk about these Steelers." I got them losing that game.
Sunday Night Football.
I got them losing that one. Mike Tomlin, top 5 quarterback. I mean, top 5
Top
coach.
3.
I'm going top 5. I ain't. That's not my debate. I don't care where he rank at. I just know he up there. That's not my debate.
He top 5. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hey, where we want to pick? He top 5.
That's your selection.
I think you know what. Go ahead. Pick the game, Joe. Before I say
got an L for the Jets right here.
I got a W.
W. Go ahead. You got a W?
I got a W for the Jets. I think the Jets win this game.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
Let's get this. Let's get this straight. I'm not saying he's not a top 5 coach of what he's done in his career. I'm talking about in the last 5 seasons. Just the last 5 seasons.
That's a good way to clear it up. And I do, yes, y'all, like Javon said, they're at home. No terrible towels gonna be flowing, right? It might be cold. It's gonna be October. It's a Sunday night game. TJ Watt gonna be electric that game. I can see whoever the quarterback is, Russell Wilson or Justin. If it's Justin Fields, that's probably even better because he'll be able to. He'll be able to move that defense with his legs. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying like they're gonna score a bunch of points, but I feel like the Jets gonna struggle scoring that game. And it's gonna be some turnovers. Like that's gonna be a game. I feel like Aaron Rodgers is gonna have like 1 or 2 interceptions, something like that, or a fumble. There's gonna be some turnovers that game, and I got the Steelers winning that.
I think it's gonna be a close game. I just think the Jets will edge it out.
I'm on the opposite with it. I think it's gonna be close, but I think Pittsburgh go away with the win.
I think me too. I'm just like that. I think it'll be a close one. I don't think we're gonna blow out.
See now, again, I don't know. Maybe there's some biasness, or maybe I'm just being nice. But they got the Patriots next, and it's in New England. I don't know. Maybe it was the panel. I don't know. Maybe it was that because I think they lose. I think the Jets lose this.
And in New England,
yeah.
Tomo, we in sync, bro. I got to losing this too.
Only 1 game off.
We are in sync. Yeah, with this one.
They call us the Big 3 for a reason because we all agree.
Okay.
I think the Pats win this game too.
Okay. Wow.
Dang. We got the Patriots.
To see that one.
I know, right?
Now, you said something about disciples. This is another one of the disciples going up against a disciple. The Texans. CJ Stroud,
Short week.
Who else? It could be a short week. I mean, CJ Stroud ain't the tallest. But Thursday night. Hopefully this game is electrifying because it's on Prime. We know how them games was last year. So hopefully this game is actually entertaining.
Yes.
Man, who y'all got?
Okay. Me, you got young quarterback on the road against Aaron Rodgers, a veteran quarterback. All the hype is going to be on the Houston Texans side. I think with the receiving core that the Texans have, they're going to have a hard time with the Jets secondary. One of CJ Stroud's worst game last year was against the Jets. I think he only had 99 yards that whole game. So I think that he will struggle. I think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets will put off the W and win against the Texans.
I think this is going to be a coaching game. And from what I've seen of these two coaches, I think Robert Saleh is not the best coach. I think DeMeco Ryans is the better coach, and I think the Texans are going to be ready for this game. They definitely have the weapons to be able to attack that Jets defense because it's not just Nico Collins, it's not just Tank Dell. They added Stephon Diggs, and it's not cold yet. It's not December, so I still think Stephon Diggs will be able to have a good game, and I think the Texans win this game.
Man, Dave, man. You know, I was gonna say, Coach, man, what the weather gonna be? Because I know Joe said something about weapons. Even if Stephon don't show up because it's cold, they still got Nico and Tank and Joe Mixon. Like, and CJ could move out the pocket. So,
Yep, and Dalton Schultz too. So they got
oh
weapons.
yeah, how could I forget?
And they got a secondary.
It's a zoo down there. I forgot. Yeah, my man, Dalton Schultz. Man, so with all that being said, I got Houston winning this game. I think they win this one. Like
Houston.
you said, if it definitely if it comes down to coaching, like I believe in D'Amico a little bit more than I do with Robert, especially with all the nonsense that he's been dealing with this all season.
Let me ask y'all this: what makes y'all think D'Amico is a better coach than Robert Saleh?
Look what he had. Look what he walked into.
For me, it's more so how he gets his team ready and how the team responds to him. That's just how I feel. Not to say that the Jets don't respond well to Robert Saleh, but I still feel like Robert Saleh doesn't have the control that he should have as a head coach with the Jets because of the organization. And it's a little it can, for me, it just seems like it'll be a little bit more difficult for him with that, especially with Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback, because you know how he can be. And I don't know. I just think that Texans team is going to be ready. Although I know some people believe that CJ Stroud will go into a sophomore slump this year, I don't think it comes in this game.
Let me say something about the Jets, right? The Jets with no quarterback play in the same division with two teams that won 11 games, won 7 games last year. They also won 7 games last year with no quarterback play when the Houston Texans had their guy and won 10 games. So, I mean, Robert Saleh just haven't had his quarterback. Now with Aaron Rodgers, we're going to really see what's up. So I wouldn't be quick to say D'Amico Ryan's a better coach than Jets because both of them are defensive specialists. And so far, the Jets defense is better than the Texans. Number one, they've been the top defense. And the Texans have an offensive coordinator that's getting the season. D'Amico Ryan's a head coach, I get you, but that offensive coordinator, who also was under the Kyle Shanahan tree, is really getting that offense where it is with CJ Stroud. Where this dude got Nathaniel Hackett because of Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers was hurt. So
I'm not
going to be quick to say D'Amico a better coach yet. I'm not going to say that yet.
So let me ask you a question. How many years has Zach Wilson been in the league?
What, 2?
2.
2? How many years has CJ Stroud been in the league?
1.
So coming out the gate, you saying D'Amico has his guy, but technically they didn't know what he was until he found his footing. So this team could have been the Panthers. He could have been Bryce. Mm-hmm. They could have been bad. But that defense found a way. He found ways to get everybody motivated and play better. Like, look at Tank Dell. There was just so many weapons that just birthed out of this offense out of nowhere. And they made the playoffs. I mean, shout out to the Jaguars for tanking it. But still, they found a way to get into the playoffs. And even when they went up to Baltimore, I mean, it wasn't what they wanted it to be. But again, it's a young team. I can't say that.
And look, hold
on,
Joe. I can't say this, and then I got on the Dallas.
They did play last year, but they also signed they signed a really good defensive end that's going to help this defense out even more, along with the guy who won the defensive rookie of the year with Danielle Hunter. So I think that's going
to help. And they got Aaron Rodgers. They didn't even have Aaron Rodgers last year, and they still beat them.
I got you. I'm just
saying. Almost beat the Chiefs. Zach Wilson didn't fumble. They almost they beat what's the name? Who else they beat? They beat the Bills, who didn't beat the Bills though, and they also beat another playoff team.
Cowboys.
No, Cowboys blew them out.
Did they beat the Bills? Or did the Bills beat themselves? Like, let's be honest here, Joe.
Hey,
there's like 5 turnovers that game.
Defense.
That's defense.
Because CJ ain't looked too good either because that same secondary. That's all I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, neither did Jalen Hurts, but at the end of the day,
huh?
Neither did Jalen Hurts. At the end of the day,
that's not. They have a good defense. Like, I think CJ gonna.
They have a great defense. I say they have.
I'm gonna give you that. I'm with great.
I'm calling it right now. CJ gonna struggle that game. I'm willing to put something on that game.
What you willing to put on it?
Right here, right now.
You listening?
I'm listening. I asked the question for a reason.
We're gonna put something. We're gonna put cookies on there. Something TK.
Let's put a cupcake on it.
Cupcake. Let's get it. Write this down. Cupcake. Jets. Texans. All right, it's done.
All right.
What you want with that?
He said Zach Wilson threw for 300 yards and CJ threw for 91.
91. I gave a bit. I said 99. I thought it was 91. Dang.
91.
Tell you, he gonna struggle. That Jets defense. Woo. That secondary.
I think this is where he learns from that this year.
And then look, and what coach say, Stephon Diggs gonna be in Houston all year, and he got rolled up in New York when that game against
But you got Nico and Tank for that. You got Nico, Tank, and Dalton, and Joe Mixon. You got backups now, so he ain't got to worry about all that.
That game is in late. That's on Halloween. Oh my, they going trick or treating that day. Jazz going trick or treating. That's
wow, Jerry, you got chill. Jerry, you got chill.
I'm just saying. We gonna see.
Yeah, but even if Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, Tyrod Taylor is a really good backup. So
see, that's where now this is where Robert Saleh can get some leeway because Tyrod Taylor can win you some games. I mean, Zach Wilson tried.
Listen, even if they had Tyrod, I probably still pick the Jets.
All right, next game we're going to the Cardinals. Joe getting beside itself now. He's just like even if like the Texans slouches. Don't y'all play the Texans?
They not. It's gonna be Thursday night football in New York.
Your whole division plays the Texans, don't they?
I think so. Do we have to sell?
Yeah, who?
I say your whole division plays the Texans, don't y'all?
Who, me?
I think it's just Dallas.
Oh, us. I don't know. We play the Texans.
No, it's just Dallas. Yeah, it's just Dallas.
Yeah,
it's just Dallas. But Cardinals.
All right. Now this is the tricky one right here.
It's another one of them trap games.
Yeah, I can see the Jets losing this one.
Dave.
I got the Jets winning.
You got the Jets winning?
I got them winning this one too. Yeah, they're gonna
come off that. I can see this one they losing, but I wrote a W though on my paper. This is a tricky game for me though. I think the Cardinals is a tricky game.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this next one was more tricky for me. The Colts.
Yeah, because Anthony Richardson is back.
Yeah, and again, we talking about defensive teams, and then teams that just fly under the radar that people really don't have too much expectations for is the Colts. Like, unless you're a Colts fan, you don't really talk about them being that good, and then you look up in the season, and they're just one of those teams like a force to be reckoned with. They might not have as many wins, but they're one of them teams that's going to come in and make you fight for that dub. Kind of like the Cardinals last year. So I'm going to go with the Colts. I mean, no, I got the Jets winning this one. Yeah, Jets win though.
Yeah, I have the Jets winning this too.
I'm going with the Colts. You know, when you have a good secondary, one thing that will piss you off the most is a running QB. You locking up your dude, and you turn around, this man running. You like, godly. You know, so I feel like you're going to have a lot of running lanes. I think Stuyton going to call a great game plan against his defense. And I think the coach is going to go in there and upset the because it's going to be a Sunday night game also. I got them upsetting the Jets.
All right, and then right after that, they go on a bye so they can rest. You know, Aaron Rodgers can probably go to Egypt or something. You know, get his mind right. Do the Pat McAfee show maybe once or twice, and then they gotta go. But they ain't gotta go nowhere. They just walk outside and they gotta play the Seattle Seahawks. This is one of Dave's favorite teams in his division.
Cap.
So I'm gonna ask you, who wins?
Jets. I think the Jets win this. I don't know who the quarterback's going to be for the Seahawks at this point. I think Geno may have his job taken away, and Sam Howell might come in and step in. But for me, I still think that the Jets are the better team overall between the two.
I got the Jets too.
Sam, wow. Man. There's a lot of teams with backups that could just like take their job by week 5. This is a funny.
This is Geno's former team too, the Jets.
Yep.
I know. The Bricker Show. I'm going with the Jets though.
Yeah, I think whoever the quarterback is, Sam Howell, Geno, they're gonna struggle.
Yeah. I know we're gonna go back and watch some of these videos and be like, man, if only we knew who was playing when this game started. I mean, now they go down to Miami, you know, Will Smith. Tua got the extension, you know. Tyreek Hill rapping on TikTok with one of his baby mothers. I think that's his wife. I'm not gonna disrespect the young lady with his wife. And we got to see who's going to win this one. This may be for the division at this point. I think Miami wins this.
I'm going Tua also.
So am I.
Okay. Sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, I got Miami winning this one. It's gonna be in Miami. You know how Miami do when they are home.
Mhm.
You know, the Jets off a bye week playing Seattle and New York, and they're gonna go right to Miami a week later and playing in the hot. You know, so it's gonna be a very comfortable game for 2-0.
Yeah, Dolphins gonna wear them white jerseys because they're at home. That home field advantage, and
I think this will be a big game for the running backs for Miami. And I think Tyreek Hill, you know, this is all like stuff you just throw on the wall and hope it happens. But I think it's gonna be a big game for the running backs, and I think Tyreek Hill gonna have one big explosive play on Sauce Gardner.
Yeah, if not, I think it'll be Jalen Waddle since Sauce.
DJ Reed, talking about he's nice too.
I'm not saying I'm not saying he's not good. I just think that Jalen Waddle might go off. Not go off, but he might have that explosive play that opens up the game for the Dolphins.
They got Odell now too.
So we all got L's for the Jets that game. All right.
Yeah. You said Waddle, but don't forget they got Odell too.
Oh yeah, they do got Odell, y'all.
Yeah. Now, after that, they gotta go pay the highest paid quarterback as of right now, the highest paid quarterback in the league. You know, they gotta go play Mr. T-Law.
Sunshine.
Man. Sunshine, facts.
Jets gonna show them why they shouldn't have paid him. Jets gonna win that game.
Yeah, I got the Jets winning that game too.
I got Trevor Lawrence winning this game. 2-game losing streak. 2-game losing streak for the Jets. I got the Jaguars winning in Duval.
That definitely threw me out of left field.
I feel like the Jaguars ending this season is going to be complete opposite from last year. I feel like they're going to end the season strong this year.
Even though they lost, I mean, you might not consider that a loss with Calvin Ridley because he did not have a good year last year.
See why when you bet on yourself, I mean, they play the Rams. They play the Rams next.
That transition was like that.
Ooh, they got the Rams, man, and I think they lose this one.
I do too. I think the Rams win.
This game is at home. I got the Jets winning this game.
Okay, and now I think based upon what's on the screen, or if you're listening because you're in the kitchen right now and you hear the audio, the last 2 games are division games. And shout out to the NFL for how they always set these up because the scheduling always works out in their favor. They got Buffalo at Buffalo.
I'm going with Buffalo. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, you took the word right out of my mouth. I was gonna say I picked them to win in New York because I think something about this division, people can protect home field. So I'm going with Buffalo to win this one. Josh Allen plays better late in the season.
I'm going with the Jets. I think the Jets go on the road and beat the Bills.
This is gonna be
How many interceptions, Dave? How many interceptions? I know I'm joking.
It's gonna be a big game.
I think that. Go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just for some reason I got a feeling that the Jets defense is not going to allow Josh Allen to throw the ball as much as he wants to. He's going to have to run. And I think C.J. Mosley and Quentin Williams in that defense is going to cause havoc.
I don't think he wanted to throw the ball.
So look with me, right? Second to last game of the season, MVP race is getting close. Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers gonna make a statement in this game to boost their MVP chances. And I think Josh Allen gonna go crazy this game. Not go crazy, like over 350 yards. But when we watch that game, we're gonna be like, man, Josh Allen balled out that game. Like we're gonna see one of them games.
I can go for days. So just go ahead.
So I got the Bills winning that.
Nah, this is like I did play all the sound effects, but I'm with you, Joe. He does show up when it's like playoffs on the line. It's like my team needs to get in. So this will be a Josh Allen game where he'll have the whole media saying like, see, this is why we should make him MVP. And then I don't know who they play for the last game of the week, but
The Patriots.
and that'll be the game you lose. So then we got that's just what it is with these quarterbacks.
I know we're talking about the Jets, but we got some breaking NFL news.
Oh, what we got? CD sign.
No,
Oh,
I say NFL, not a team.
Please, Dave. I hope you ain't about to read what I'm looking at.
Yes, yes. A federal district judge has overturned the jury verdict in a $4.7 billion NFL Sunday ticket case. So that means the NFL does not owe $4.7 billion.
I thought you was about to read the Marquise Brown news. Well, like one day.
No. I could care less about that.
so the NFL just basically was like,
Whoa, brother, whoa, now. You got too much dip on your chip.
Pretty much.
Are we down to the last game now, right?
Yep.
yeah, that one just upset me, man. I might have to boycott.
We're giving our predictions right now. Shout out to Troy in the comments. We're giving our predictions right now.
All right, last game of the season. I say at the Dolphins. I gotta go back and look at who gave me my schedule. I see what's going on here. They at home for the Miami Dolphins game.
But it's to be determined where it's gonna be at. What time it's gonna be because it's last game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
They win that game. I got them winning.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back and review and see how they do in the division, but I got them winning that game.
Same.
Dave?
I got them winning that game too.
Miami down the stretch to potentially get a win to do something in the season. Yeah, I got the Jets too.
Yeah, and it's
I
something
got the
about
Jets in that game.
So my overall record is 10-7, and they're 3-3 in their division.
6, 7, 8, 9, 9-8.
I'm 10-7 also. 10-7 with the Jets, and my division record. I think I split 3-3. Yeah, 3-3 in division.
Wow.
So me and Dave, and Tom was at Vikings game, bro. It's at Vikings
I know.
game.
I know. Just know if they win all them games and they just beat the Vikings.
I know, right?
And the Vikings win and everything else is wrong for my prediction. I'm gonna just hold on to that Vikings game. I'm like, I told y'all they was gonna get one.
Yeah, that Vikings game. So it's a few games it's been a lone wolf though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and then the Vikings.
I was the lone wolf for the Pittsburgh. Because I think
you had Pittsburgh winning. You had them winning in Pittsburgh, yeah.
Yeah, I think both y'all picked Pittsburgh. I picked the Jets.
I think Texans is Joe. He was the lone wolf.
Yeah, me, yeah. You know, I remember that because we got cookies on that.
Joe was by himself with the coach too, because I think me and you said that they beat the coach.
Yep, we did.
All right, let's get it. 10-7. 9-8.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, Jacksonville too. Yeah. So Texans coach. They know FC South.
Yeah, you got a lot of belief in that division, man. I don't know what's going on with you.
Well, except Tennessee. I think we all picked Tennessee to lose
that.
Yeah. No, that was just. I mean, I know a Tennessee Titans fan. She gonna kill me when she see this, but hey, it is what it is.
Shout out to Will Levis
or Levi Jeans. So now. I know we got a few minutes left, and this one might go a little crazy, but we got to give bold predictions, man. Or some will say in-flight adjustments, because these bold predictions, man, they can get a little rocky. Fellas, don't shake the internet with some of these takes, but I'm gonna start off. I got 2 bold predictions for this team. Now, if all goes well, and this 9-8 gets this team into the playoffs, and win the division. Because that's one of the bold takes is that they can win the division and defeat the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game, but lose in the Super Bowl. That's one. That's the good side if everything plays out. Now the bad side is they come out and Rodgers get hurt, and then a lot of things just go left, and Robert loses his job, and then they just blow up the whole team.
Dang. You got like to the bottom and to the top.
Yeah.
That's the ceiling and the floor. The ceiling and the floor.
Woo! All right.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, you go ahead, Dave.
So for me, both of mine are positives. I didn't think about the latter. Sauce Gardner wins Defensive Player of the Year. I think he has a great year. I think he has 6, 7 interceptions this year, and doesn't allow. I mean, pretty much like he's been since he got into the NFL. Doesn't really allow any touchdowns. Maybe 2 this year. I think he only allowed. I think he only allowed 1 last year. So I think that happens for Sauce Gardner. The other one is, even though my record is 10-7, the Jets win the division. That's my bold prediction.
You see, my whole thing with Sauce Gardner. I feel like for a cornerback to win that award, they got to get a lot of interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
And Sauce Gardner,
They do?
yeah, I mean, think about it. Stephon Gilmore won. He had a lot of interceptions. Who won before that? Reeves had 6 that year, I think. You know what I mean? So
I said 7.
like, you say you gonna get 7?
I said 7.
See,
You
Sauce in the
Yeah, right.
huh?
Said defensive player of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sauce don't really get interceptions though.
I know. That's why I said it's a bold prediction.
Oh, yeah, true. And he might switch. He might, yeah. And he got caught up by Asante Samuels last year.
There you go.
And you had to get 7 or 9 interceptions. How many interceptions? I'm talking about to win defensive player of the year.
I mean,
You said you gotta get a lot, right?
You gotta get some interceptions basically. And he's not known to get the interceptions.
He talking about Trayvon Diggs.
I just wanted to
Yeah,
hear.
he got.
He's
Interceptions ain't the measuring stick, but I mean, you can't get burned up too.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Every time.
I mean, it happened to both of your corners. It
Every
happened to
time.
Trayvon Diggs. He got burnt up, and it happened to Deron Bland last year. He got burnt up.
Every
Look, Stephon Gilmore, when he
Last-
led in NFL interceptions, he was a lockdown corner also.
Exactly. He
Every
didn't get burnt.
time.
That's why he won. A cornerback winning is like a guard winning defensive player of the year. You gotta be really good.
I never heard people make these exceptions until stars start making plays.
For defensive player of the year though, it's different.
I'm just saying.
You can't.
My man broke a record.
You can't give up the most yards in receiving and win defensive player of the year. Come on.
That's true though. Like, come on.
You can't. That's just no.
All right, guys.
I got the most pancakes, but I allowed the most sacks. Give me the.
But Tomo, that's why I'm with you when you said when Josh Allen shouldn't have got an MVP vote. He led the league in interceptions.
But you see what people do every time you bring up he led the league in interceptions.
I understand that. I'm
just saying.
I'm just saying that I'm both sides. I agree with it both ways. You know, if someone throws a lot of interceptions, they should not be.
That's all I'm saying.
MVP vote. If someone gives up a lot of yards in defense, should not be defensive player of the year.
That's all I ask. I'm good now. That's all I ask. Because people, as soon as you say that, but he led the league in touchdowns, I'm like, all right, now you got to bring up. But where's that with my man? I say something about interception, like, but he gave up to him. I'm like, see, is it? You never want to see the coin on the other side. But what's your bold prediction, Joe? Aaron Rodgers finished the season.
Yeah. Last year, this is not. I don't know if it's bold, but last year they had 4 All Pros. I'm gonna predict they have 8 this year.
Woo!
8 total.
Well, they got a left tackle.
8 total in
total. First team, second team, All Pro.
Ooh.
That's a lot. I know.
On both sides of the football? Or you just saying?
Yeah, total. Yeah, first and second team. Yeah. Yeah.
Venue Sports, the streaming tenure between ESPN, Fox, and Warner Bros. Discovery will cost $42.99 a month and will launch this fall. The platform announced.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm gonna bump that down to 7. 8 is a little too bold.
You looked at the depth chart?
No, not just that. I'm like, yo, like that they gonna win more than 10 games to get 8. I'm gonna go 7. 7 All Pros for the Jets. First and second team. My bold prediction.
You got Aaron Rodgers. You got the left tackle. You got Breece Hall.
Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Then you got your defensive tackle. You got some line. Yeah.
Tom Reddick.
We don't know if he's gonna be there.
You know, you got the like you said, the offensive line. You know what I mean? You know, Aaron Rodgers don't throw interceptions and he barely gets sacked. So make the offensive line look better than what it really is.
Couldn't do it last year. He tried. I think he's gonna ball out because too many people cracking them jokes. I think Aaron Rodgers gonna ball out. They like he think y'all think I'm sweet. Watch this.
The crazy thing is how he came out the arena with the flag.
He ain't doing none of that this year. He said, "Don't even ask me to hold anything. I'm walking out here and I'm playing football."
It's like, dang.
Man, but
yeah, so all right, that's our bold predictions. Let's get it. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. We're gonna do this for all these teams. It'll be fun. All right.
Geno Smith is dealing with hip and knee issues.
Sam
He
Howell.
will require some imaging to see what's going on.
Sam Howell. That's
all right. So my last words. Shout out to the whole R2R network. Shout out to the whole R2R family. Shout out to Teddy and Tony for doing the Patriots panel, and shout out to Dave for hosting it. We got the Dolphins panel tomorrow at 7 p.m. with my brother Jamo, my boy Devore, and possibly Giovanni. All right, so we're still, which is what I'm looking for. Questionable. He's questionable right now. All right, he was probable, but now he's questionable, so it's a little better. So that's all I got for real. I can't wait to do the Commanders panel. I refreshed my memory from last year's panel, and I'll make sure whatever I was drinking that day, I won't drink it. But yeah, so that's all I got for y'all.
Do we have to do a Cowboys one? Like,
yes,
we
have
to.
You want to hear y'all off-season grade? You want to see what Dak going to do this year?
Yep. We want
y'all to go through that schedule and give y'all both predictions.
All right. Well, hey, Worm, I know you probably watch this later on, and Big O, and Lady Reese.
Yeah, Lady.
I'm
Reese
just hosting. Too. I'm just hosting. I have nothing to say because I already know what's gonna happen. Worm gonna say something crazy, and then I'm gonna have to interject. I ain't doing it this year. I'm not doing it.
Shoot the ball, Tomo. You're gonna be passing like
y'all seen Trey Lance? I'm like throwing picks.
My last words. I have to address two people. One, Vaughn.
Ooh.
Let's set up this debate, and I want you to understand that let me refresh your memory in case you didn't hear what I said earlier. I'm talking about Mike Tomlin from the last 5 years. That was the comment that Joe had made. Was the last 5 years, Mike Tomlin would be a top five. It's the top 5 coach, and I said I disagree. He's for the last 5 years, he has not done anything to say he's a top 5 head coach in the last 5 years. Overall, you got me, top 5 coach. I'll give him that. But to Brian Windhurst, you said something after the first game, after Tatum was benched, and you said possibly someone might get benched. And you had the nerve to say Bam Adebayo would be the guy to get benched. Y'all watched the game yesterday?
Mm-hmm. I'm sure I watched it.
Who led Team USA in scoring yesterday?
What's his nickname? Bamanito. What's his nickname?
They call him Bamonte.
Bamonte. There we go. Sound like Southeast.
I also heard some people say that he wouldn't be one of the most important players in Team USA, but who said that he would?
Dave.
Oh, Joe. My brother Joe said that he would be one of the most important players in Team USA. Now, who's been leading the team defensively with Anthony Davis? It's been Bam Adebayo. Who's been one of the most consistent players throughout this Olympics right now? It's been Bam Adebayo. So, for all those people that say that Bam is mid or not one of the best, or he's trash compared to the other centers, y'all need to watch Bam Adebayo a lot more. He's been a top 5 defender, not center, the top 5 defender in the league for at least the last 2 or 3 years. Remember who made the play in the bubble when Jason Tatum tried to dunk the ball? That was Bam Adebayo. The guy that makes most of the plays on defense is Bam Adebayo. He's the one guy, he's the one center in the league that can guard 1 through 5. Y'all give praises when y'all say LeBron can guard 1 through 5, but you don't talk about it when it comes to Bam Adebayo because he don't have the numbers. Don't disrespect Bam no more. And Wendy, stop talking about basketball if you don't know what you're talking about.
I just want to say Sorry to bet. Something about them people on ESPN, man. When they wrong, they do not want to come back and just be like, all right, I was wrong on that one. But this way I could have been right. You know, like Dan Orlowski, you know, since we
And
calling people out.
And Shams too for admitting that he voted for Rudy Gobert over Bam Adebayo. But Bam Adebayo is a better defender than he is.
I mean, he showed it yesterday. He was got, like you said, 1 through 5. Shout out to D Wade for calling it. I was like, is that Bam?
Good too, that's the other day.
Like, is that Bam at the top of the key? Check it. Bam wasn't playing no games. No game.
I told y'all who's the best defender on Kyrie Irving is Bam Adebayo. Go check the numbers.
You gotta definitely make that a short.
Hey, I mean, well, you can alley-oop because I got some words for Dan Orlowski. I'm just playing. I ain't worried about no Dan Orlowski and that top 5 that he was talking about. Yeah, very disrespectful. Said the Cowboys probably won't even make the playoffs at the rate they look. And I mean,
he tripping.
Show me. I mean, the team ain't as good as it is, or I mean, as they would say, it's been in the last few years. But the one thing I will say in my last words is, if you don't think the roster can make the playoffs, when the Cowboys actually do make the playoffs, and if they so happily lose the game, I don't want to hear people come back and be like, well, they had one of the best rosters in the NFL and lost to whoever they lose to. You know what I mean? So just hold your horses, see some things out. I heard that Steven and them offer contracts to both the quarterback and the wide receiver. Only the wide receiver has responded. So it feels like Dak is like, stop playing with me. But I'm going to go ahead out here and ball out. So, again, it's going to be a long season. I'm just waiting to talk about the next team on the docket. Actually, Joe, can we give the people a sneak peek of who is the next team after the Dolphins panel, or you want to give it to them after the Dolphins panel?
Yeah, because we don't know ourselves.
You're right. I just can't wait till we get over to the NFC.
Oh, yeah. That's going to get real.
Man.
That's going to get real.
That's all I got.
Let's get it. Great show. That's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.
You sure about that?